especially for a first-time treatment. So you see that's there, so it's set. And when I take it off, it's going to drop down because the pressure's gone. But then when I put it back on the skin, you see it goes back up. So of course you're going to choose your diamond tip. And you work in patterns that they call crisscrossing typically. Now depending on your guest, you may do one pass or two. Most people want two, but you all got to go back to your canvas and be able to explain to your guest and be firm in your decision on what you decide, okay? So you always want to work in between your fingers holding that skin taut, okay? So I would start and I would pull it up. I'm turning on so you get the sound effect. And then I'm going to come up between my fingers. And I'm either going to work left or right depending on your dexterity. And I'm going to work this area. And it's going to pass. I'm letting this do the job. I'm not bearing down, because if you bear down, they're going to have tiger stripes or even scrapes on their face. And they're not going to like you when they get home in an hour. They're going to call you and go, something's wrong. I got streaks on my face. So don't bear down. I'm just letting this glide across the skin. Okay? And you'll see the little bit of indentation maybe that it makes, but it ain't really indentation. And you're going to work. You might get around the eyes. And then you can work down the cheek.
See how fast she's moving though? You cannot let this sit in one spot. They're going to have to hit you. So this is the only reason why I come and say,
I spread my lip,
about doing it.
work down my lip, and I come down my chin. And then I'm going to come back to my forehead. So that's my one pass, okay? So after you completely pass the face that one time, then they say you exit, so you go horizontal. So I went vertical. This time I'm going to start back and go horizontal. Still working between my fingers. Of course, I know I would be gloved up and all that stuff, right?
You see the small sections? She's not trying to drag it across the whole chin back to the cheek.
And it looks easy. Sometimes around these little nooks and crannies, you got to stretch that skin out, especially older, mature people like myself. You know, I got more loose, less elastic skin, so I need to hold it a little firmer, else it's going to suck it up, and like a vacuum would. And we won't leave no hickeys behind. They won't think they were at the spa, will they? I'm a stander. I don't like to sit. So then I'm working my way doing verticals this way. And this whole process of this exfoliation should really take about 10 minutes because you think you're doing a 60-minute treatment, 90 minutes if you're including the décolleté. So you got to work fast because we still got to do our mask, we still got to do our serums, our moisturizer, sunscreen, and then have a conversation of how we need to set them up on a regimen with these. Like I said, these are done or seeing better results in series of 3, 6, 9. Depending on, you know, what you're using as product-wise. But one and done's great, but it ain't going to get good results like people want, okay? Some people do a microderm and then in 4 weeks do a chemical peel. And then do 4 weeks microderm, 4 weeks chemical peel. Just how you want to market yourself.
How many chemical peels do you need to have? 3, 6, 9, 2?
Depends on what you're using and the results you're trying to achieve. Of course, we know our older, mature clients, you know, getting into late 35s on up, and not that 35's old, but we're getting that more mature skin, and we've had that damage done from sun or you know, neglect or aging. Maybe their elasticity starting to break down, and we want to rebuild these things. So anywhere from 35 and up, you want to be a little bit more aggressive in your treatments.
So like 6 to 9.
I don't know. I can't tell you exactly.
But like circadia, like the circadia.
I would do a series of 6.
Okay. And then like a young, okay,
For like
what
me,
about like,
just say me, I'm your client.
Okay.
You would sell me a series of 6, and we can do 2 weeks or 4 weeks. For me, I would do 2 weeks.
and then
I
what
hadn't had
about
a
like,
facial in 8 months. Yeah,
can I do your facial?
I'd love for you to.
Okay.
Yeah, one day.
Like someone who's dealing with hyperpigmentation, 6'2", let's say Charlotte's skin tone and they have hyperpigmentation.
I would say I would start with a series of 4 or 6, and then see where we needed to go from there. But also remember, it's not what I'm doing in the treatment room, it's what she's doing at home too. So we need to make sure she's following through with these professional products at home, doing her moisturizer, wearing her sunscreen, that she ain't going back out in the sun, you know, cruising on, I don't know, a carnival and not putting her sunscreen on. That's one thing about pigmentation. You know, we aren't able to see as estheticians how deep it is into the dermis. Okay, we can with a Woods lamp because we can sit under a Woods lamp, but if we're not looking under that Woods lamp, we're just kind of guessing. You know, and we can make it disappear, make it minimize, but if our guest goes right back out to the sun in in June, and doesn't wear sunscreen, it's gonna all come right back out. And trust me, I've seen it happen to my sister. She paid thousands of dollars to have hers removed, and it's right back because she didn't protect her skin. But yes, I would do 4 or 6. You have to think about how you want them coming back. I mean, I'm not never going to sell a guest anything that they can't benefit from, but at the same time, we want repetition so that they can see improvement. Because with improvement, they want more, and with more, they come back and they rebook.